So this is how they line up. Top 10 from yesterday's race reversed. 10th place was Owen Hillman. He assumes pole position. Alongside him, Olivier Algieri. Then it was Josh Porter and Tom Ovenden after their charge through the field. Harry Campy on row 3 with our onboard camera. And next to him is Alex Solly. Fourth row, Joe Tanner with Charlie Hand alongside Harry Hickton and Max Edmondson, yesterday's winner, on row 5. Nathan Edwards didn't quite make it into the reverse grid section, and he lines up alongside Archie Johnson. Seventh row, Ned Anthony and Cameron Richardson. Will Crooks on row 8 with Alex Brandon. Then it's Semel Sieper and Chris Mackenzie moving into the JCWs this week. He's on row 9. And they're followed by Anthony Sullivan and the returning Henry Howarth. Sam Gornall is next up. And then the totally reversed 3 sport category cars. Eden Spanswick for Speedworks, Alfie Garford for the Vera Racing Academy, and similarly his teammate, in fact, Murray Richardson. That completes the grid for round 5. Great to welcome Paul O'Neill here. I think has had a little bit of a run up the stairs.
Do you know why? I've never had this happen to me, and I'm not saying I'm famous, but the lady at the bottom of the stairwell wouldn't let me in and was saying to me, oh, you need a ticket. David Addison has just seen me running up here trying to get here in time and said, I had the same as well, so I don't feel too bad now. But honestly, I have never run that fast. I was like, getting messages of everyone.
Don't you know who I am?
I would never say that. Never say that.
She obviously thought you got the ITV embroidered jacket done especially to come into the...
Mate, honestly, you Southerners are so angry. She clotheslined me as I tried to get up the stairs. She went, oi, where do you think you're going, love? Like that.
We spoke to her this morning. That's a very accurate impersonation.
Anyway, she's only doing a job, so
absolutely right.
Just
Yeah. They're really nice people. We're friendly this morning. There's our camera car, Harry Campy. Loads of stories in the minis. I know you were listening when I was saying about the tyre problems that we had as well. The good news is those of you that were watching with us at Donington Park will have seen the issues we had with the nasty incident. Charlie Hand. Charlie was back yesterday and on the podium. So not only has he got that car back, got his head together, got a podium yesterday. Super result.
Amazing
For Charlie to get back as well. And Archie Johnson is back with us as well. So absolutely thrilled that those two guys on the grid.
Absolutely loving that we've got a camera car here with Harry Campy. That's going to be excellent to watch. These cars so aggressive and stiff and bouncy. And this number 13 is going to give us some great shots.
It is for sure. There's our sport runners at the back. Only 3 sport runners this weekend. Might not sound a lot, but it's doing its job. It's getting the drivers up into the JCWs, and that's what Chris Mackenzie has done this weekend. He's moved up into the JCWs. There are some other teams that are talking to drivers about getting into sport, so we're going to see some more of the sport category later on, but we are nearly ready for lights out. So Owen Hillman and Olivier Algieri are there, but look at the start from Josh Porter. He was poleman for the meeting, and he's only at the front here by the reverse punishment that he had for the tyre misdemeanor. It wasn't his fault necessarily, I understand, but he goes up. We went up briefly into second position. He's now down to third, and it's Algieri leading this one. Owen Hillman in the pro alloys at the front, whether it's reverse or fastest off the front, to be perfectly honest. And he's in P2 at the moment and trying to hang on to it. But it's a bun fight coming down into Graham Hill.
It is, but I think there could be a safety car. There's a car off at the back on the way in. It's Sullivan. And that car looks like it's hobbled, isn't it? But Algieri was absolutely away and gone, and Murray Richardson involved as well.
That's a shame. I was busy watching the front runners and the pro alloys cars trying to come through as well. But as we've seen in many of the other support races so far, it is safety car territory very early on as they check up. Oh, goodness me.
Interesting that, because the yellows and the safety car boards I thought were out pretty early, but they obviously didn't see them. They have the dashboard, remember, that flashes yellow and says that there's a safety car board. There you can see it in the middle of your screen on Campy's onboard. That's saying that there's yellows and a safety car is out, especially now anyway. But so they should have seen that. Interesting that they were all checking up. Maybe that system wasn't working on some of the cars, but very interesting. Good to see that drivers are out, and we can hopefully get this race resumed as quick as we can.
Yeah, I hope so. Richardson okay, and so we've seen a lot of that with sort of in the cage. There was a little bit of despair, which is understandable when you're just not getting the race laps involved, which is a pity. Here's the replay of what was going on at the start. Owen Hillman not too bad. Algieri using a little bit more experience to get away. Josh Porter sees the chance to go up the middle, but he's scuppered.
He's scuppered, and he just couldn't drive through Owen Hillman, could he? So that was a bit of a shame. But Algieri round the outside, cold tyres. Honestly, I cannot tell you how difficult that is to get that move done and hope the car doesn't rotate. What happens up the top here? We can't really see, can we? Does Sullivan have... Oh, Sullivan's in the background, completely sideways. Absolutely sideways. He's lucky that's not rolled. Because when these cars dig in, and then you can see again, this is the other incident that caused the safety car. Sorry, that's Sullivan there in the 48, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, just stuck on the exit there or entrance of Druids. Harry Campy away. Sounds all good. Up to second, up to third. Look at this. He makes a monster start. Up to fourth, and oh, he was thinking about keeping his foot in. Probably a good thing he didn't, because you can have a right old nightmare as you come into paddock and lose the rear. So didn't do that. Fights another day. Gets the power on. Third gear. Very low ratios in these cars. That's second gear in most sequential cars. This will be probably... He's staying fourth. I thought he might have on the first lap done that. But look at that, all running wide. That's Hillman, isn't it, on the right-hand side. Up to fifth. Now, where's these safety cars? Look for the middle. Look for the middle box on the dashboard. When does that start flashing yellow? Well, it doesn't, and I can't see any yellows. Oh, it does now, right. You should see that now. Everyone should.
It was on into McLaren, to be fair.
Right, okay, but they should know. Why are they still flat out? Harry, I've got to question that there, mate. I've got to question that.
I think it was about McLaren corner, because you've got Surtees left hand and you go right into McLaren, and to my mind it came on about then. But do you know what the focus can be? And I'm not a clerk, right? And I've not raced to this level, but the focus could be right in front of you.
No. It's a mini challenge car. It's not Focus.
Oh, didn't miss that one.
No, but you're right, mate. The Focus is in front of you, and the lights on his dashboard look dim, but we don't know what that's like from the television. Interesting.
So look, we're going through Surtees now. Now we're turning into McLaren. It's actually into clearways, isn't it? It's going to happen. We're in clearways. Now, it's clearways, not
right. So it's on the apex of clearways that, and he should see that. And honestly, that's why it's there. He's looking through the windscreen. It's not like he's looking at the dashboard. So,
but the others aren't really slowing down at that point either.
Yeah, but Richard, that doesn't matter. You can't.
You should all slow down to the signal you're giving. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you should be ready. You should be. They don't know that there's not two cars across the red flag.
Yeah.
They don't know that there's two cars across the
exactly
front of them on the straight. Anyway, maybe I'm looking into it just too much, but and look now, that's gone red. So that's how they know what's going around the track. This is a brilliant thing. This came in a couple of years ago. Do you remember?
It did, yeah. You know, I can't tell viewers enough how safety is considered and spoken about, you know, at drivers' I went to the mini drivers briefing yesterday, which Luke Corder, who's an excellent clerk, an ex-champion in minis, did, and you know, he said, "I'm sorry, guys, it's death by PowerPoint again." But the points that he was making, and there were lots of points that he was making, and you know, guess what? Snetterton's going to be the same, isn't it now?
Yeah. Well, but you know what?
But it does keep people safe. Yeah.
He knows the score. Interesting that they readied this. I can't see any damage to the barriers or anything like that. The one thing I will say is you do not want to be driving around under any circumstances with these two contraptions pulling cars out at driver's head height. So I think a brilliant call from the race organisers to stop the clock, go red, and go again. So yeah, really good stuff. Sorry for Sullivan and Richard.
It's a shame, isn't it? Early on, the first race of the day, they waited half the day for their race, and then that happens, which is a pity. So many stories to cover off, and we will get to them. Again, just to say that because the Indy circuit is a very, very short lap, if you've got one car stranded and there's a recovery going on, that's probably okay to do under safety. But when you've got two, I think Luke Cordell and the team, great decision. It is such a short lap, keeping everybody completely safe. Red flag it, and then we'll start again. It's Olivier Algieri, the next 3PL car. I know they're delighted with their support that they've had, and he's at the front by virtue of the fact that he had a penalty yesterday. I think it was track limits, Olivier, because he was racing for podium position with Charlie Hand, and then got a penalty, put him back down the order, but perversely then gets him back at the front in the reverse grid race. So he's quite happy, but that might have been a gift for him, apart from the fact he's got Tom Ovenden and Josh Porter looking to try and come through as well.
Yeah, do you know what? I actually spent quite a lot of time with Olivier at a charity karting event in Milton Keynes the other day, and I'd not really spoken to him much before. He is one of the most loveliest,
nice
first
family.
of all, and his dad who was there. Do you know what? Not just lovely, spoke so well to the likes of myself, who he knew from, you know, ITV Sport, but just spoke sense, has a clear vision of what he wants to do. I know everyone on this grid wants to go British touring cars, but he told me how he wanted to go about it and how he was going to try and do it.
So he's got that good plan.
Exactly, and I just thought it was lovely. And do you know what, really, the only thing that was annoying about him, he's the most handsome man that I have seen, except for when I left the hotel and looked in the mirror last night, Rod.
Who was with you then?
Never you mind. But what a great guy. Just, do you know when
complete package.
A complete package.
Yeah.
Just great to see. But yeah, we're very lucky with this grid because they are super special talents. And the lineup, as I always say, look at those cars, full of colour, it's vibrant, it's everything Mini should be.
All the teams, the organisers, Ria and all the team work so hard to get a decent grid out. And they are attracting some really good drivers. And I was making the point about the sport category, the 3 drivers at the back. It's really, really fascinating to watch because Chris McKenzie, he's moved on. You know, he's found a little bit of extra budget in the Bitcoin car, gone JCW. It's moved him up the order as well as you would expect, which is good. It's left a couple of gaps on the sport grid, but I was talking to Ria about it yesterday, and there are other teams talking to other drivers about trying to get them in. Because what you don't want to lose the sport option. You know, it's a slightly more cost-effective, a little bit further down on power, obviously the H-pack and gearbox. A good way to get people in, maybe moving up from Coopers. Some of our hardy spectators enjoying it. It was baking hot yesterday, absolutely roasting, and today shivering.
Did somebody say summer?
We had a day of it.
Yeah. Somebody say middle of May. Wow, look at that. These guys love it, don't they? Do you know what always surprises me? And I've been doing this job for 14 years. Is any time, you know, me, Lou, anyone go in the pit lane, everybody. Not everybody. That sounds really big-headed. People want to shake your hand. Me and Lou were just in the pit. They're giving you stuff. They're so happy to see it. They're so thankful for the job that the ITV Sport team do. And I think that just sums up our supporters in racing. Not our supporters, but they're just lovely people. They're such an informative crowd, and they'll turn up even if it is like this. So it's great, and I love being part of it.
It is a privilege.
Can I have a new contract?
It is a privilege to be part of it, and the people are the very best, and absolutely enjoy it. We've got some drivers of the future giving us a wave there. I feel absolutely sure, and there are many things I can get involved with. Marshall shout out. Marshall's actually get to sit down for a couple of minutes, which is very well deserved. I was chatting to a couple of them yesterday, and thank them as I thank the guys that are out there today, not just here but lots of meetings going on up and down the country. Mega job, thank you guys and girls.
And a quick one for the Marshals. 7th of June, American Speed Fest is taking place at Brands Hatch, which includes a full recruitment drive for female marshals. So all welcome. Obviously females, it'd be great to focus on them, but also any marshals who can help out, please go onto the Marshals website and please get in touch. And that's Nikki Shields who got in touch with us and said, would you mind mentioning that? We don't mind mentioning anything marshals, but great.
One of the guys I was talking to yesterday had come with his mate who is a marshal, so he doesn't get to spend time with them at the track all day, but was spectating. I think he's over on Paddock Hill Bend spectating, and he said, I was thinking about coming to marshal, but I can only do 2 or 3 days a year. And I said, just do it.
It's perfect.
Yeah, they'd be very, very grateful to have you there. So it's not, doesn't have to be a full commitment every weekend.
Have you done the taster day ever? I've done 2.
I haven't. It's never fallen date-wise for me, to be fair. But yeah, I will do some point.
We should do it.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I did it at Alton Park, and I'm an ambassador for the BMMC. She's seen enough, hasn't she? I think she's just. Have they got?
We're not on Comcam, are we?
Have they got? Is she listening to our comms? Hope she's heard it. But yeah, the ice cream man's here as well, and look how cold it is. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone's been laughing at me because I've got short sleeves on. That's where I'd be, lad. Straight in there, hog roast. Me and Tim Harvey ruining the place. And that looks like Napa's hospitality. That's the great little viewing area they've got. And that just shows how busy touring cars is at the minute. These structures, they're not £5. they're bringing big structures, and it's allowing the fans and hospitality guests to see a proper view of some of these fantastic.
It's like another village being set up, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, like Milton Keynes.
without the roundabouts.
Without the roundabouts.
Or the islands, if you're from the Midlands. The islands. We're getting ready. That quick clear up. We were talking about the Marshals and Rescue Crew. Super job. We're very nearly ready to go. But we've got a race on now because we've got Algieri out front and Tom Ovenden's come through into P2.
Hey, there's Tom Chilton. There he is. He's got about 17 sons, I think, Tom Chilton. I actually don't know which one that is, but I remember when Tom Chilton was 16 and on his debut finished second here in British Touring Cars 2002. Should have been my second place, but I went off at Clearways with a puncher.
Did he start in T-cars?
He did start in T-cars, yeah. Anyway, right, this is it, lad. This is it.
But yes, some decent drivers at the front here. Algieri, Ovenden, Hillman, Josh Porter, Campy, Tanner. You could pick a winner from any one of those, and Charlie Hand and Solly. Charlie Hand, remember, got a podium when Nick Tandy was here. I got me Tandy's model up, I think, in the last meeting, but Nick Tandy was here last time. And here we go with the green flags underway. How quickly is Ovenden going to put the pressure on Algieri? Ovenden was the quickest of the drivers yesterday, making his way through the field, and he's already putting Olivier under pressure. Yeah, but the cold tyres, and this is going to be a change for the lead, is it? Oh, super respectful by Ovenden in that #1 car, but look, he's getting the job done. But Algieri will definitely have the inside. Cold rear tyres, I'm very worried about this, but it looks all good for now. Campy's in one more place. Yeah, Harry Campy with the onboard. We'll catch up with that a little bit later on. Algieri up front. Ovenden is poised to make a move. Look at the body language of that car. He is putting the rookie championship leader under pressure. Remember, this guy is a first-year JCW driver, Algieri, and he's got the reigning champion right behind him, and he's came straight out of the box at Donington Park with that astounding hat-trick. The only way to describe it. He's going to struggle in race 3. Well, no, I think he'll be... You know, he was disqualified. He'll be off the back for race 3 as well. Owen Hillman's doing well, isn't he, at the moment, in P3 as well, holding up well. And there is Charlie Hand in the orange and blue, parked up in the paddock in exactly the same space where you were last week with Martin Donnelly, who also ran those colours back in the day. That's right, so he did. Great to see Charlie back out. Had a nice little piece on the local news I was watching. So got some good coverage of that. Charlie Hand back where he belongs, side by side with other competitors. Brilliant stuff, and our onboard car is actually getting a bit of a hip and shoulder by him. He is. Alex Solly in behind as well, one of the 5, or is it 6 cars now under the Pro Alloys. Okay, they've got the development car, haven't they, with Alex Brandom in the awning as well. But nice little move there by Charlie Hand, trying to make up places in this partially reversed grid. So already up into 6th position for him. He's getting a regular character on the podium now, is Charlie Hand, which is not surprising as a former champion in the junior saloons. Great stuff there. That was Max Edmondson in the Pro Alloys car getting a job done. Campy is just dropping back a little bit, isn't he? Must be the weight of that onboard camera. Max Edmondson coming through. He won yesterday's race in back, so really super job. Here we go, on board with Campy once again. Look at this stuff. This is great on board. I was joking about the weight of these. Oh my word, is it raining? I think it's drizzling. I did see, look at the windscreen wipers are all on. This is now going to be super interesting. You're going to see some proper delta now, different times from these cars. Who's going to be bravest? Algieri still in the lead, Ovenden in second. Who is going to break the latest now going up to Paddock Hill Bend? This drizzle will make a difference. Yeah, this is going to sort them out, and this is potentially a championship battle that we've got going on here between these two. We saw one in the F4 race earlier on, and we've got another one here. We look back, it's Porter in 3rd place. He's in line for the championship. We've got mega pace this weekend from Porter. He had outright pole. Outright pole for the 2nd fastest was Nathan Edwards, who is struggling a little bit further back and trying to get into the top 10. But Algieri doing a super job of not hanging on to the lead, but defending that lead very well. Yeah, this will be a real test of him, but there's still so much going on around this whole grid. And is that Tanner coming down the inside? Is he going to get that done? That's a big move. And it's going to be across the grass, that is. He won't get that stopped. He might get it stopped in the side of Tanner's car. No, Tanner gets it sorted and steady away. Thank goodness they've all started on track. Look at this top 3, Richie. Yeah, do not discount Josh Porter. As I said, outright pole before the DQ on the tyres. It wasn't a performance issue, it was an admin error that caused that. And having a look now, having a little dive is Tom Ovenden. Always has a go, works with the Sim Motorsport concern here at Brands Hatch. He'll go back to the outside, he'll look back, he'll see Porter behind him. Porter's going wide as well. We've got Tanner now leading the directors category for the older drivers. He's in 4th place, well clear in that category as well. But getting the sniff of a podium here, Joe Tanner.
is getting a sniff of a podium here, isn't he, in 4th place, and he is going to be on the back. He's on the back already, on the back of this top 3. This is 6.5 minutes of amazingness. The cameras have now got the drizzle on them. Is it going to make a big difference? It can be psychological, but it's not psychological because they're all running wide now. They're missing the apexes. This is going to go off.
Josh Porter having a look for some extra grip maybe on the outside, checking out the line. Can he get past Tom Ovenden? Ovenden's going to look down the inside. Porter very nearly drafts him down the straight. Ovenden will have a look at the inside again. The man from Canterbury putting them under pressure. He's the meat in the Sani. Here comes Porter. Wide run there from Algieri. But is he going to lose out? Oh, back end goes a little bit tight then as they go into the corner, and now Porter's fighting the outside of Ovenden, who maintains 2nd place. Tanner is up in the mix as well, and we've got Owen Hillman still there as well. Hillman is the 5th car in the train.
Oh my word, the 5th car in the train I think is Edmondson, and
I beg his pardon,
yeah,
isn't he? Yep.
Edmondson is on the back of this. It's a 5-car battle for the lead, and then it's a 78,000 car battle for 5th place. Unreal. 6th place.
Absolutely brilliant mini racing. You can see why so many drivers want to come into this as
Tanner.
They go side by side. Joe Tanner now with Josh Porter. Josh could probably do without the Scott having a go. Different crash helmet for Joe Tanner every round. If you get the chance to go and talk to him, it's a great thing to see.
Stunning stuff, absolutely stunning stuff from the 2 lead drivers. Algieri, excellent, chopped across the front of Ovenden. Ovenden come out of it, didn't fire in, brilliant, still there, looks like he's got the fastest car, and Algieri looks like the man to beat, but Ovenden looks so fast, and now look at these 5 of them.
Yeah, Ovenden here has got in his mind that he needs to get a decent result here, but significantly needs to finish with that DQ, putting him at the back of the grid for race 3, as he was in race 1. He'll try and take the lead if he can. This is the pack right in the mix. There's Nathan Edwards immediately in front of us, who's come through as well. Sam Gornall's going to muscle his way through with the red mirrors in the Pro Alloys car. He's going to go through as well. So good stuff from Nathan Edwards, battling to try and get to the front of this group, but they are away from the top 5. Algieri from Ovenden still there, but look at the mirrors on Porter's car. They're crushed in. Is he going to do some more damage to the car as he looks down the inside? He can't quite get it. The lead trio with Joe Tanner and Max. This is exactly what you would want, isn't it? All of these class drivers at the front battling it out. We saw a great touring car race earlier on, and this is fabulous as well. Porter trying to get on terms with Ovenden, but he's the wrong side of the track as they come down to Graham Hill Bend. Ovenden will have to defend a little bit here, but Porter's going to try and hang around the outside.
This is just what Algieri needed. Look at this now. He looks in his mirror. They're side by side. He could get away here because he's got to be careful how he turns in. Porter takes 2nd place. Excellent driving. Can he get the nose chopped across? Yes, he does. Tanner wants some of this. Into the back of Ovenden. Max Edmondson down the outside, but down the inside is Joe Tanner. Go on, boy. But Edmondson comes back at him. This is exceptional racing.
Joe Tanner, well, we expect that from him. Multi-champion up in Scotland, Scottish mini-champion, Scottish Formula Ford 1600 champion back in the day. The lead 2 have broken away, and it's Porter all over Algieri at the moment, taking over from Ovenden earlier on. Cracking mini racing here, side by side. They will go. Ovenden 3rd, but they're closing up on the leaders who are battling again. Don't bet against Edmondson here. He won yesterday, and he'd feel a little bit cheated that he didn't have the race with Josh Porter and Tom Ovenden and company yesterday. As Porter looks around the outside here, here they come side by side along Cooper Straight. Porter's trying to get the job done. Can he hang on for the outside of Surtees and up into McLaren? Can't quite get the pace, and this is wonderful stuff from Algieri, who still leads, but here comes Ovenden. Bash off into the side. A little love tap. He's up into P2, or is he? Still side by side. Edmondson watching in 4th place. 2 minutes 51 to go. Still side by side, and Ovenden's going to have the line into paddock.
Algieri is absolutely loving this because as he looks in his mirror, he's going to see cars 3 abreast, 2 abreast. Oh, big into the side, and that's Edmondson. He's going to take 3rd place off Porter. Porter looked like the winner for this, and now he's going to get dropped down to 4th. Tanner is going to be in the inside. Tanner could pick up a podium from this. This is the best mini challenge race car I've ever seen. This is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant car. This is why they've made the updates to the car. They look current, they are current. The racing is absolutely top notch. And look at that right the way down the order. Harry Campy looking to try and get involved.
Looks like it's drizzling again. This is not over. It's unbelievable stuff. Nathan Edwards in the 21 there. He's behind a Pro Alloys roadblock, isn't he? But I cannot believe how close this racing is. Do you remember when Ovenden just drove off into the distance last time? Not happening now, but Ovenden is going to have this lunge, is he, at paddock? He's too far back. Algieri's super confident. And do you know what's great about Algieri? He's backing himself into paddock, backing himself.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant stuff, isn't it, from Algieri? And he'll be frustrated with the penalty that he had yesterday. But here comes Edmondson. Do not write off Max Edmondson. Had effectively a lights to flag win yesterday, and he's in third place here. He could nick this one. We've got a lap and a half to go. Yeah,
it's definitely getting slippy, and look how slow Ovenden is on the exit of Graham Hill Bend. But this is great for Algieri, our leader. But Max Edmondson's going to have a dive down here. He's got to get something done. Can he get it done? No, there's not a gap. And they're just about getting to the apexes. There's definitely more grip in the second sector compared to the first sector, because they look very ginger coming out of Graham Hill Bend.
They do indeed, going down across the line again. Might be 2 laps to go actually, because you've got 1 minute and 1 to go as they go through. Porter looking to get stuck in again. Joe Tanner having a little bit of respite at the moment in 5th place, but it's Ovenden putting the pressure on Algieri out front. He'll go to the inside, he looks to the outside. Porter still trying to chase Edmondson. None of these drivers are easy to overtake, and that absolute class. Hand is up into 6th now as well, looking to join in.
Wow, this is unbelievable. You've got to be around. Hand has to be around for this pack. I've got a feeling it's going to concertina up. Something will happen with the pack, but look at this second pack. They're all over the shop, but the leaders are going to have one more lap, and that rain just seems to be stuck on that camera lens, doesn't it? Algieri just needs to get into this first sector nice and smooth and just be all right with it. Look at the left foot braking going on board with Harry Campy. This really is brilliant. You're never going to get closer than this if you're not a racing driver. I can't tell you what the feeling's like. The noise, the smell of the tyres burning, and you're inside. Oh, he's going for the lead. Ovenden, this could work.
He's going to go through. He grabbed the line as they went down. Now it's all about the run up in towards Druids, and he's got the inside run. Algieri is going to have to cede the lead, and Tom Ovenden, with immaculate precision driving and great timing, goes through into the lead. Algieri will try and fight back. I thought we were going to see his first JCW win. Maybe it won't come in this one, but he's going to fight back. He'll run to the flag. Edmondson next up, Porter in 4th, Tanner in 5th, Hand is next up. Then it's Nathan Edwards who's come through as well, but Ovenden has driven superbly. What a well-timed move.
Oh, it was, and I thought there was a gap there, but there isn't. But this was an exceptional race. They better shake hands after this. Excellent.
They very well do, and it's Tom Ovenden. This is going to make up partially for what happened yesterday in qualifying. There's the checkered flag, another win. It's 4 out of 5 for Tom Ovenden. Algieri, stunning race from all of them. Edmondson 3rd, Porter in 4th place from Joe Tanner, and Charlie Hand completing our top 6. Well, that was motor racing, British saloon car racing, out of the top draw without a doubt. That is Ovenden rightly delighted with that on his home track, where this is his workplace, where he does the sim instruction, driver instruction. Here's a move, look at this.
Do you know what was really good about, that's exceptional. Ovenden had that move on for the last 6 laps, but Algieri backed himself so well on the brakes that he didn't think he'd do it. But watch Algieri open the steering up as he knows it's unable to defend it.
Yeah.
And it was the lightest of taps. They will hug each other, they will handshake, but I've got to say that number 1 of Ovenden, he needs the biggest hug from the team, because there's so many times he could have wiped that car out, and he never did. It was respect, it was speed, and it was one of the best races I've seen in Mini Challenge. It was exceptional. I love that.
You know, and it follows on from a terrific touring car race that we had as well earlier on. What a fantastic day's racing we are having, and all of these guys capable at the sharp end here are capable of gracing the touring car program. They really are talented drivers, and that was proof. So here's how they finished, and a very well-earned breather, and I think the taste of champagne for Tom Ovenden and Olivier Algieri, 1 and 2, with Max Edmondson in 3rd, Josh Porter in 4th from Joe Tanner, Charlie Hand in 5th place, with Nathan Edwards 7th from Owen Hillman and Sam Gornall. Harry Hickton, a hard-earned 10th position for Harry in the Manpower Motorsport Ornington car. Alex Solly 11th from Harry Campy, gave some great entertainment to Harry with the onboard. Archie Johnson was 13th ahead of Ned Anthony, and then Archie's arch rival Henry Howarth, who's back with us, he was 15th. Cam Richardson next up from Alex Brandon and Will Crooks. Ahmed Sifa in 19th ahead of Alfie Garford, who again wins the sport category. Alfie unbeaten in sport at the moment. Eden Spanswick picks up a P2 in sport, so well done to him. Issues for Chris McKenzie, his debut weekend in JCW, and also retirements early on, causing the restart to Anthony Sullivan and Murray Richardson. Points look like this. Tom Ovenden, despite a difficult result yesterday, still got a huge lead, 39 points over Max Edmondson. Olivier Algieri in third, Harry Hickton fourth, and Joe Tanner equal fourth on 154. The rookie championship still led by Algieri by 44 points from Will Crooks, who's doing well. Sam Gordon third, Samuel Seifer in fourth, and Archie Johnson in fifth. In the sport category, it's Alfie Garford with a 109-point lead at the moment over Eden Spanswick. Murray Richardson third, and Chris McKenzie has moved on now in fourth. And the JCW Sport rookies, Garford from Richardson and Spanswick.